So we're on our way back home from Hop in the City. Gotta say, love me some Hop in the City. Super great beer fest, super legit. This year was awesome. Like, from super little details, like the super cool tasting bracelets that were like a weird little Chinese finger death trap thing branded with Schlafly and Hop in the City. Way better than your standard I'm 21 wristband, to the super cool photo booth right at the very beginning where they printed us free copies of our photos that we took. These were weird but definitely different. Squishy tasting glasses. I mean, I get it. Like, you don't want people dropping their glasses, but I that's part of the fun for me. I like being the person who's never dropped a glass. That's not going to do me any good. Anyway, I get the concept. To me, this was a little difficult to deal with because of the fact that because I've never dropped a glass is probably due to the fact that I know I don't want to be that guy that's getting owed at Beer Fest. So I'm always like gripping my glass, which meant that with this squishy glass I was squeezing it a little too hard and losing beer pretty frequently. But my favorite thing about Hop in the City, beer not included, was this thing. This thing is super legit. This was really cool. All beer fests have like a manifesto or like a little guide of beers that you're gonna find at Beer Fest. But this one was really cool because this passport, you had the option to, at each station, get your passport stamped like you would a real passport, which is neat because one of the issues that I run into at Beer Fest is that I'm having too much fun drinking beer, so Pike's afraid to get in this car. He thinks he's gonna remove you to get in this car.
I was waiting on you to do your thing.
You can be in this car while I'm doing my thing. You were part of the thing. Did you come to Hop in the City with me?
Yes.
Okay. Did you have a good time? Tell the people that you had a good time.
It was a good time.
It was a good time. Yeah. So yes, the passport, super cool because I'm having too much fun drinking beer and hanging out with Pike and probably other people because, let's face it, Drunk Molly makes a lot of friends to check in beers. Ain't nobody got time to be on Untapped while you're at Beer Fest. So this was super useful because not only did it have a list of all of the beers there, but it gave me the opportunity to stamp these things as I was tasting them so that I could remember which beers I had, which is great because as long as I know which ones I had tried, I know how much I liked them, which Pike doesn't like to rate the day after. That's weird to me. He says he can't give an accurate rating. I can totally give an accurate rating. So I did not check in any of these beers yesterday. I checked them all in today after looking at what I checked off. For those of you that were taking bets on how many beers I would try, the only person who almost got it right was Nick because of a typo, and he corrected himself. So he probably shouldn't have, because otherwise he would have gotten it correct. Highlights: the festival beer, the Tropical Sour, legit, so good. Oh my god, I was super impressed with it. So much guava, like a crazy amount of guava in the festival beer, the Schlafly Tropical Sour. Delicious. Coconut cream I'd had before. The ciders, really surprising. Not a cider girl, don't like the ciders. These ciders were good, which means that the majority of people probably won't like them because they were not overly sweet. They were more on the dry side, which I really, really liked. The boysenberry was phenomenal. Let's see. Passion fruit saison, raspberry hef, tropical saison. Okay, I'm gonna take a moment to talk about these mead spritzers. Schlafly, come on. That's a fucking White Claw. You're better than that. Mead spritzers. They even say packed with flavor and refreshment, not calories. It's their answer to a White Claw. I get why they're doing it. There's a demand there, but no thanks. This gin barrel sour groot, that was the first one I tried. Not disappointed at all. Super fun. Let's see, what else we got in here? The hop trial, this one, I mean, they have a lot of hop trials, but this one, loved it. Again, here's another White Claw for you. Yeah, I tried them. Lagers, there were a bunch of them. I tried it with the exception of the Dortmunder. You know your girl doesn't get excited about lagers. Were they good? Sure. You can barely see that these were stamped because they're smart and they know, like, you can't give a big bold stamp to a lager because at the end of the day, it's a lager. Saison, Hef, House Brown Ale. Homeboy's been trying to talk me into a new phone because my phone does things like this and it dies. Or just stops doing the thing that it's supposed to be doing, mid doing the thing it's supposed to be doing. But I just don't want to. It's too much work. Anyway, it is ciders, super good, very yummy. IPA this year. Gary Briggs told me that they had reformulated their IPA and made it better. He was not lying. It was better. IPL, not a huge fan of IPLs, but it was a good IPL.
I like IPL.
Yeah, he does. Double IPA. Delicious. Got that nice malty backbone. I like so much so that I went back twice for that one. APA, solid standard, hazy IPA, American IPA, the barrel-aged barley wine. That was my jam. The thing was delicious. Coffee stout, always good. Okay, let's stop for a moment and talk about Imperial Pumpkin Ale. I love Schlafly Pumpkin Ale. It's my favorite pumpkin ale. I always tell people it's like eating pie. The Imperial version was like eating pumpkin cheesecake because it's that much better than pumpkin pie. It's more rich and more delicious and more I want to eat the whole thing. So good. Oatmeal stout, tried and true, very yummy. Of course, my favorite pumpkin ale. The s'more stout failed in the same aspect that almost every s'more stout has failed for me, in that no graham cracker. There's only one. There's only one s'more stout I've ever had that presented with a lot of graham cracker. It was New Holland. The barrel-aged Imperial Stout, that's another one I went back twice for. Imperial Coffee Stout, holy cow. I would have gone back for this many times if it hadn't been for the fact that it did make it through this entire book, and we needed to go home. But I would have drank a lot of that. And then, of course, there were the specialty tappings. Variant 2, the 11th Labor, which was phenomenal, and then the Foyder Brett cider, which is another one that I went back twice for. So, all in all, everyone who took bets, who wanted to know how many beers Molly was going to drink, the answer was 47. So, y'all underestimate your girl quite a lot. Either way, super cool. Lots of really fun touches this year at Hop in the City. So if you ever have the opportunity to go, definitely go. It's a great time. Stephen Hale and all of his many costume changes for gong ringing for the specialty tappings were super fun. Really cool beers. Some not so memorable, but for the most part, a great time. So St. Louis sucks, and I'm pretty sure I'm allergic to it because I've been sneezing all day. And no amount of medicine or Afrin has done anything for that. So St. Louis sucks, but Hop in the City is cool.